Now, before we even begin, I wanted to say that the intro sequence of this game struck a few chords in me that I didn't even know were capable of being struck. I'm no expert on gaming or anything, but the intro sequence of this game was just so marvelous and captivating that I really think you have to experience it for yourself. So I won't be showing it in this video. I really think that you should play through the game yourself, or play at least the opening sequence, first 15 minutes of it, and just get a feel for what the game has to offer, because it's so captivating and it wouldn't do it justice to put it in a video. So there you have it. I really just think that you have to play through it yourself. But without further ado, The Last of Us.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. Riots have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
You can still rise with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the Fireflies.
So, we join our protagonist Joel and his partner Tess 20 years after the beginning of the outbreak, and they're in a sort of haven for people who aren't infected by the virus. However, this haven, so to speak, isn't exactly as safe as the people would like it to be, and the people who run it are a little more strict than the civilians would hope. But it's either live in the haven under the strict rules of the people who run it, or go outside and get infected by the virus. However, Joel and Tess are kind of in the middle ground. They know how to navigate the outside, and they can present themselves as regular civilians on the inside. However, seems like they have a lot of secrets to tell and a lot of adventures to go on.
News for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these 2 assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that. Are these assholes still with us?
That's funny.
At least find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
No. He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5.
Turns out that they're involved in a secret smuggling ring, but they were backstabbed by this man named Robert, who owns quite a few thugs of his own. So, Joel and Tess do what any loving protagonist would do, and they decide to go after him. Before I go any further, I want to mention that while this game is not open world like I'd hoped it would be, the maps are so big and exploration is such a huge factor that it doesn't even matter. There's so much to find, so many collectibles, little items and snippets, and the detail of every map is right up there. You got little pictures of families that apparently lived before the outbreak. Maybe you'll see a teddy bear somewhere on the ground, or some kind of ammo that you can use. And while ammo and other stuff is scarce, it's cool to be able to find it in the places that you would least expect. And you're not going to be finding a whole clip of ammo everywhere you go. No, this game actually makes you work for getting the higher powered weapons and stuff like that. And you actually have to look around in places that you wouldn't expect to find things that you'll need to go along. The ambiance of the game is great as well. There's always something else going on besides what your character is doing, and it makes the whole world feel a lot bigger.
Go. Get down on the ground. Okay, Jesus. Let's get down. I didn't do anything wrong. No. Hands on your fucking head. Do it. All right, scan it.
Seems like more people are getting infected.
That just means more people are sneaking.
You really get to feel that the protagonists are trapped in something bigger than themselves, which is great, because having main characters that are the essential driving force of the entire game is good, but there are some games where it makes the protagonist feel small and a little helpless. Not completely helpless, of course, but helpless enough that the game world feels like it's somewhere you can explore and be a part of in different ways than if you're the central driving force.
See you later. There you go. What's your business here? Got the day off. Visiting a friend. All right. Move on through. Thanks.
Get out of here! Go! Close it up! Firefly! Fucking shoot him! They're running!
Come on, let's get out of here. Go, let's go, come on.
After the Fireflies open fire on the agents that are patrolling the area, Tess and Joel have to find another way around, meaning they have to go outside of the safe zone in order to find Robert. Fortunately for us, they're not some normal civilians, and they've already got everything planned out.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints. We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Cute.
Hey, Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols. And where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene? What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
You think she'd tell me?
Well, what did you tell her?
The truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
This is us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
I'm signs of military infected.
That's what I like to hear. Joel, give me a hand with this. Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down here.
The lighting dynamics are also really amazing, because you can go from incredibly dark to incredibly bright within a matter of seconds, and you can actually feel the way that the lighting shifts as you tilt your flashlight one way or another.
Our backpacks are still here from last time.
Not a lot of ammo.
Make your shots count. All right, Texas. Boost me up. Want to boost me up? You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
Go on. Be careful.
When am I not?
That a trick question? Ain't been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
You got your ways.
The aesthetic is beautiful too, and you've never seen a city with this much overgrowth since I Am Legend. But in a video game, it really makes it so nice to be able to explore all these overgrown plants and stuff in a city that has fallen to deterioration because of this virus.
Hey, try over there.
Jolens has to find a ladder, and there's apparently this interesting ladder mechanic where you can lift it up and put it over a wall and then lift it back up after you've climbed over it, which is nice. It's a lot more realistic that way, and there's a lot more capabilities of what you can do to explore with that kind of mechanic. Didn't really get to use it though, but I'm pretty sure it'll come in handy later.
Ladies first.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
It's all relative.
This way.
And of course, the dialogue, the patented Naughty Dog dialogue is so natural and nice. It's just like how two people would talk to each other, especially with a long history like they have. Every item you pick up can be examined thoroughly, so you can read what's on it, you can see the amount of detail that's in it, and you can learn different things about the world and about people who tried to survive or who weren't able to survive before the outbreak really reached its peak.
Down through here. You think Robert's still got our guns?
For his sake, he better.
Look, once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload.
Well, speaking of merchandise, when's that next shipment due?
Oh, we're meeting Bill next month. More pills, lots of ammo.
Emily always shows up with something. Should keep us busy for a while.
Hold up. Spores.
Seems like the virus is spread in a kind of spore form, maybe through plants or something, which makes sense because some of the enemies actually look like they have plants for faces. And that could attribute to all the overgrowth we're seeing. Luckily, our protagonists are prepared with gas masks so that they don't get harmed by the spores and their effects.
There's our culprit.
Body's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
I should be able to fit through here.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. This way. Easy. Watch it, watch it. Help me. My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn. Please.
What do you want to do?
I really felt sorry for the guy, and it was unfortunately either a choice between killing him or leaving him there to turn. So, I took the merciful route. Even if we saved him, there wasn't any saving his life. He was already going to turn into one of those creatures anyway. With no map, you can get a little lost while exploring little corridors and extra areas and stuff. But it's not enough to really detract from the game or anything. You just have to backtrack a little and find your way back. Now this hearing mode mechanic is actually really cool. You can see through walls by focusing Joel's hearing. And the stealth is actually really great as well. You're more, I don't want to say rewarded because that's not the proper word. Basically, it just, depending on the situation, you have to change your approach. And so sometimes taking out targets openly will be the best choice, especially if you have the ammo to do that. But you see here, these two monsters are feeding, and I really only have 5 bullets. Probably not the best thing to do to just attack them openly, so just gonna sneak right around them. And having hearing mode means I always know what they're doing, even if I turn a corner. Is hearing mode overpowered? Not so sure, but, you know, hey, it helps in a bad situation. Something I just realized that Joel and Tess are already doing something illegal, so it's not like they can call help from anyone. Again, they're in the middle of these two parties. They're in the middle of the zombie-like creatures and the authorities who want them to abide by a certain code of rules. And because of this, they're literally on no one's side, so they can't really get help from anyone.
That infected trying to sneak into the zone.
As much as everyone can.
Getting to the outside is always a breath of fresh air. That one's going in the vault. But, you know, it's nice that you get to go and explore the dynamics between inside a cramped, old, dusty space and outside in the open air where enemies can still find you. And the dynamics only get more and more impressive from there. Think about it, though. Some of these overgrown parking lots just look like regular parts of the Bronx. Like, no joke. They just look like parts of the Bronx that maybe are slightly more overgrown than usual, but not anything too bad. I'm not making fun of anyone, though. I'm actually originally from the Bronx, so chill out, alright? Just chill out.
I got it.
Be a dear, would you?
I'll get it.
Here, pass it to me.
I'm not entirely sure if this game is co-op. I hope it isn't, but I've noticed that they use a lot of the same Uncharted co-op mechanics, like being able to lift something to one partner, or lift a partner up, or relying on a partner to open a door. And I'm both for and against that. But I feel like it adds more to a feeling of claustrophobia and solitude if you're by yourself, obviously. So having a partner there just makes it a little less tense, but still, it is nice that they have this kind of mechanic there because it's more realistic. One person alone wouldn't be able to do all this stuff. And compared to Uncharted, the platforming mechanics are a lot simpler, which is good because, again, it's more realistic that way. You don't have people jumping from 50,000 feet in the air to an airplane or some crap. Uncharted was all about the set pieces, but this game is a lot more about the story and the experience, it seems. Well, experience is not the right word. That's really vague, isn't it? But it's more about the story and the kind of realistic, this could happen kind of adventure. I guess it makes sense, too, for this game to have a partner following you around because you're definitely not the last man on Earth, so you don't have to worry about being left alone as long as you have the right friends on your side. I mean the right friends, because everyone is out for themselves in this kind of situation.
Shut it. Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
You know he's expecting us.
Well, that'll make it more interesting. Good to go. Come on.